Imagine throwing away $50,000 a year and not even noticing. Not because you're careless, because your YouTube channel is quietly leaking value every day. You're celebrating 10,000 subscribers. You're posting consistently. The team's pumped because a video hit 50,000 views, and the bank account stays flat. That sting you feel, that's YouTube being treated like a hobby when it should be treated like a business unit. Here's the question that exposes everything. When leadership asks, how is YouTube helping the business? Do you answer with numbers that make a slide look good or numbers that make revenue show up? Views, likes, and subscribers can be helpful signals, but they're not proof. They're like counting how many people walked past your storefront instead of how many people bought something. If you haven't watched my episode, Why Most Business YouTube Channels Never Make Money, Even with Views, I'm going to keep that part short. Most companies copy creator behavior and chase attention instead of building a customer engine. I've linked that full episode in the description. Go watch it after this one so the rest of the series clicks. Now today's episode is the capstone. Why YouTube should be treated like a business unit. A business unit has a job, a budget, a scoreboard, and accountability. That's the shift, because the moment you treat YouTube as just marketing or just awareness, it becomes optional. It becomes the first thing to get cut when budgets tighten. But when you treat it like a business unit, like sales enablement, customer education, pipeline acceleration, now it's not optional. It's infrastructure. And the platform itself supports the mindset. YouTube isn't only social media. It's a search engine. People go there with intent. They type questions like, how do I fix this? What's the best option? Is this worth it? Those are purchase-adjacent questions. If your business can answer them better than anyone else, your channel can become the place people discover you, trust you, and choose you. But only if your videos are built like assets, not like posts. So let's talk about the two ways companies run YouTube. The first is cost-centered YouTube. This is when you spend money to produce videos, post them, and then report vanity metrics because you don't have anything tied to business outcomes. The channel exists because we should have one. It's treated like an expense. The second is profit-centered YouTube. This is when YouTube is expected to produce measurable value, leads, calls, trials, booked meetings, sales conversations, revenue. When you run it this way, your channel isn't content, it's a customer acquisition and education engine. If you watched my episode, The Missing Link Between YouTube Views and Revenue, you know what flips the switch, the path. The system that moves a viewer from anonymous to known, from known to nurtured, from nurtured to customer. I'm not going to reteach that here. Click the link in the description and watch that episode if you want a full walkthrough. For this episode, I want to make the business unit idea practical. If YouTube is a business unit, it needs business unit metrics, not just click-through rate and watch time. Those are platform signals. Useful? Yes, but they're not the scoreboard. Here are 4 numbers that turn YouTube into a business unit. The first one, conversion rate. What percentage of viewers took the next step that you asked them to? They downloaded something, they booked a meeting, they had a trial, they requested a quote. Whatever your action is, conversion rate tells you whether the video is doing its job. The second, cost per action. When you spend money on production, on promotion, on people, what does it cost to generate 1 lead or 1 booked call? If you can't answer that, you can't scale without fear. The third, return on ad spend. If you put paid advertising behind your best videos, how much revenue did you get back for every dollar you spent? That number decides whether YouTube is a side project or a growth lever. And the fourth, customer lifetime value. This one changes how bold you can be. If a customer is worth $1,500 over time, spending $30 to acquire a lead isn't scary. It's smart. Lifetime value tells you what you can afford, and what you can afford tells you how fast you can grow. Once you track these, you stop asking, did this video do well? And you start asking, did this video produce business value? That's business unit thinking. Now, I want to touch one principle that holds the whole machine together. One video, one job. But since that's the full focus of one of my other episodes, One Video, One Job, the foundation of a YouTube business plan, I'll keep it tight right here. Every video should be designed to do one thing really well instead of 5 things poorly. If you want the full framework, the video types, and how to map them to the buyer journey, click on the link in the description and watch that episode. Here's what matters for today. Business units run on systems. Your YouTube system should match how buyers move. Strangers become aware, aware becomes trust, trust becomes action, action becomes decision. So your channel needs search-driven videos that get found, proof-driven videos that build trust, offer-driven videos that capture leads, and decision-driven videos that close. When that structure exists, YouTube stops being random content and starts being an assembly line. You can look at your channel and point to where awareness happened, where trust happens, where leads happen, where sales happen. That's the difference between a channel and a business unit. Now, let me warn you about a trap that looks like monetization, but it's actually dependence. Relying on YouTube ad revenue. If you're a business, the partner program is not the plan. It's a bonus. Ad revenue is fragile and platform controlled. Rates can drop, policies can change, channels can get demonetized. And even when things go right, you're still living inside someone else's rules. That's not a business unit you control. A real business unit owns the customer relationship. So the smartest move on YouTube is to stop trying to monetize views and start converting intent into owned data. Emails, phone numbers, CRM records, real contacts you can follow up with. Because a YouTube viewer is anonymous. You can't call a view. But when the viewer becomes a lead, now you have a durable relationship. You can nurture, you can educate, you can serve. And YouTube can't take that away from you. That's why Business Unit YouTube gets integrated. Your channel connects to your CRM, your videos connect to landing pages that match the promise, your lead magnet is genuinely useful, your follow-up is automated so leads don't die, and you track attribution so you can tell which videos are producing pipeline. If you want the full blueprint for how this actually works, how to structure the system, map videos to the buyer journey, connect it to your CRM, and track the scoreboard, you need to watch my video called The YouTube Business Plan That Turns Content into Revenue. I'm not going to unpack the whole plan in this episode, but that video shows you the framework step by step so you can build this like a real business unit, not a content experiment. And here's the part most teams miss: ownership and rhythm. If your channel is run by whoever has time, it'll never become a profit center. If it's tossed to an intern, it'll never be taken seriously. A business unit needs an operator, someone accountable for outcomes, not just output. Strategy, publishing, analytics, and follow-up can be a small team at first, but the roles have to exist. You can think of it in maturity levels. Emerging is random posting and reporting views. Developing is consistent topics, clear goals, and basic tracking with one person driving it. Leading is YouTube integrated with CRM, videos mapped to the stages, and revenue attribution that makes budget decisions obvious. That's where you want to go, because once you can say, we spent X amount of dollars and generated Y amount of business in the pipeline, YouTube stops being questioned and starts being funded. So here's the wrap. Most competitors are still playing YouTube like creators. They're chasing attention and hoping for viral moments. That means you have an unfair advantage sitting right in front of you. Treat YouTube like a business unit, and you're playing a different game. You're building a predictable engine that gets found, builds trust, captures leads, and drives revenue. You're not hoping, you're operating. If you want to go deeper, I've linked a few episodes in the description below. Watch those, then come back and ask yourself one simple question. If YouTube were a department inside my company, what would it be responsible for producing? Attention or customers? If this helped, subscribe and drop a comment below with what you track right now, views, leads, or revenue. And I'll tell you what to fix next. And if you want the full blueprint for how this actually works, how to structure the system, map videos to the buyer journey, connect it to your CRM, and track the scoreboard, you need to watch my video called The YouTube Business Plan That Turns Content into Revenue.